Hi, my name is Ryan Farrick, and I am a junior political science major at Bloomsburg University. My presentation is on the global heroin epidemic. This is an issue that hits very close to home. In the area that I live, heroin is a big issue. I personally know multiple people that have overdosed, and this has influenced me to do a presentation on it. What is heroin? Heroin is the opium sap removed from the pod of the flower. The sap is then dried and pressed into bricks. The morphine part of the plant is then taken and boiled with lime and water. The morphine mix will then go to the top and can be skimmed off and mixed with chloroform and other chemicals to create the heroin that we know. Heroin was originally created in 1898 to treat tuberculosis and as a remedy for morphine addiction. This didn't work because heroin is very like morphine and created a worse and stronger addiction. Currently in the United States, it is the sixth most popular illegal drug. Heroin has many short and long-term effects. Some of the short-term include a clouded judgment, a decreased pain, and an itchy feeling, almost like bugs are under your skin. Some of the long-term effects are heart conditions, HIV, usually from sharing needles, infections due to the open wounds, and tissue death, usually from where the injection occurs. And roughly 125 Americans die each day due to overdoses on heroin. Heroin is originally from Asia, but is now grown in countries such as Afghanistan, India, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and South America. In the United States, you see at-home growing. This is when the farmers will grow the heroin in their own house. This is very challenging because the heroin stalks themselves can grow up to 3 feet tall, and they're a very high maintenance crop. Most of this world supply of heroin comes from Afghanistan at around 93%. The reason for this is because of a weak and corrupt Afghani government that does very little to stop it. The heroin industry provides around 400,000 jobs for the people of Afghanistan, giving them even less reason to stop. Farmers often bribe officials and police and receive protection from terrorist organizations. The most common way of transportation is through land vehicles. Low-level cartel members will personally drive the heroin hidden in their vehicles in places like wheel wells, dashboards, and under certain panels across the border. This method is also used on airliners, where the members will often hide it on their person in compartments in jackets that aren't detected going through security. Another way heroin is moved is by NACRA subs. NACRA subs are small personal submarines that can't be detected by radar. The most common port for NACRA subs are on the North Carolina coast. Currently, the most common consumer in the United States are white males between the age of 18 and 24. It's most commonly consumed in Midwest and Northeast United States, as well as North Carolina, which has 4 of the top 25 heroin hubs in America. America is by far the largest consumer. Roughly 6% of the adult population in America are heroin users. We are well ahead of our allies in the United Kingdom, who are at about 1%. Other countries having similar issues is Australia, who are at about 4%, and Afghanistan at 3%. The most common users in Afghanistan happen to also be the farmers. Right now, heroin use is on the rise in the United Kingdom. This is due to a highly addictive additive called fentanyl. Substance abuse programs are popping up in major cities in the United States. Cities like Chicago, Detroit, and Kansas City are receiving some of the help they need. Trump also claims he wants to be tougher on drug dealers and pushers, but is yet to follow up on those statements. The United States also is trying to crack down overseas and prevent the problem at the source. The United Kingdom has already invested $30 million into its addiction help centers in an attempt to help and educate its population. Australia has also implemented stricter restrictions on painkillers. This is good and bad because it's helping prevent people from being addicted to opiates, but it's harmful to people that are already addicted to opiates because now they are going to heroin and other hard drugs. The United Nations also trying to help farmers, specifically Afghanistan farmers, grow crops other than heroin. This is very hard for them due to tradition, as well as the transition from heroin to these other crops. From what I've gathered, very little can be done in the now. We need to help future generations by getting help for the addicted, as well as stricter laws to get it off the street. What the United States is doing, I feel, is the best solution. Cutting it off at the source and giving a replacement crop to the farmers is good for them, but in the end it's good for us and other countries that are having the same struggle. These are my sources. Thank you for listening.